Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
I'm Johnell. I'm with my guy, Matt Price, Cash Walking, and this is Heat Chat powered by Designated Report. And yeah, we got some news in the league. We got some
Yeah.
good basketball being played.
Yes, sir.
We've been very critical about the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference might be legitimate.
Things have turned.
Um, we got a bunch to go to get into.
I got
So
humbled live by the Orlando Magic.
I mean, so I was gonna text you
In
either
person.
that night, either that night or the next morning. I was gonna be like, bro, you missed the show for this?
Yeah,
And I was
it's
like, you know
crazy.
what? Let me I
The
was like, let
the
me let me let him breathe, man. I know he's
yo,
not happy.
like that was the I honestly had that thought though. I was like, yo, I was talking junk about these guys on the show. I was so hyped to go to this game, like we're gonna wipe the floor with these dudes.
Yep,
And from the very early stages of that game, me and the guys we were, that I'd be going with, they were like, yeah, this is gonna be a long night. Like
yeah,
this is
you
about
could
to be a
tell
battle.
early.
This is
Yeah,
about to be a battle. They were
we
playing
don't got it
different.
tonight.
Yeah, Desmond Bain was moving different. I was like, he ain't moved like this all year. I'm like, this is his first game. And then like it was funny. These dudes that were sitting behind us were like, this is what I like. I love being at Madison Square Garden, but I also hate it that everyone loves playing there. Cause
That's true.
dudes literally transform into first team all NBA players in that building. It's insane. Role
Yeah,
players will turn into Kobe in there. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Um, was that the game that Jalen Brunson got hurt or no?
Yes, he rolled his ankle at the end of that game.
How are we feeling about that?
He was warming up last night. They showed some footage on the on MSG. So he was warming up. He's on the road trip. It's a 5 game road trip. So Miami last night was the first game of that. He's worked out. He's shooting. He's getting lift. He's cutting. He's doing everything. So I would expect him to be back at some point on this trip.
Oh,
So I think they
okay,
have Dallas on Wednesday. Yeah, Dallas Wednesday, and then Friday they're in. I forget where they are on Friday, but yeah, they're
okay,
on the road for a few. And I
okay.
think,
So
but
you're
I think Dallas might be the aiming point. Tomorrow he might go. It's like he's questionable listed as right now.
got you, got you. All right. So to start the show off, I want to jump into a topic we talked about a couple weeks ago regarding superstars. And we're just going to do
Yes,
rapid fire really quick.
yes,
Yes, no, don't need an explanation or anything like that. Are they a superstar or not? Yes or no?
okay,
Let's start with Giannis.
yes,
Giannis, I agree. Jimmy Butler,
no,
I agree. Jason Tatum,
yes.
I don't like Jason Tatum, but yes, he is a superstar in the league.
Ta-
Devin
the,
Booker.
yes, yes.
Huh. Okay. I don't know that Devin Booker's a superstar, but
Signature shoe. Well known and well respected around the league by both players and like true NBA fans. And he Team USA gave him a big boost as far as
that's
like
fair.
recognition and being a recognizable player in the league. Plus the cars, the swag. Like when we went out there for a Mook bachelor party,
Yep.
there was a girl who was talking about how he throws the
Yes.
craziest parties and all
Yeah.
that stuff, blah 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 blah. And I remember that. And I'm telling you, like it's out there in Arizona out there, but he has things jumping out there. And I think
Okay.
if you're a superstar in your region, you a superstar, like
Okay.
across the league. Like
Fair
he's
enough.
been there. That's his team. That's his city. I like in the Nike deal with the signature shoe. I think that means something.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Steph Curry in 2025, superstar or
Yes,
no?
yes, on and off the court.
Oh, definitely off the court. Um, yes, he's a superstar. LeBron in
Yeah,
2025.
yes, yes, without even having played the game.
Okay. Donovan Mitchell.
No, but he's having a great season.
Interesting.
But he's having a great
Interesting.
season.
Interesting.
I think he's well
Okay.
known. I don't know if he's a superstar because the hardware. No, there is none.
Devin Booker don't have any hardware.
Yeah, but he has a gold medal on what is probably going to be known as the greatest Olympic team. Like that, bro. We talked about how electric that Olympics
Yes.
was. He was
Yes.
a key part on that team. He was a very critical part of that team. I think Book is a superstar. That's just me. And
Okay.
I've been battling about Devin Booker for years now,
You
for
have
years. for years. Remember when y'all tried to tell
We
me
we
that he
we
wasn't
gotta
gonna be?
find that clip.
Find that clip ahora, ahora, immediately, because
Yes.
y'all
Yeah.
said he
Yeah.
wasn't gonna get no better, and now he averages like 8 assists. He was averaging like 2 when I said that.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
improved as a distributor, improved as a defensive player. He's a more refined scorer and can score from anywhere on the floor. He is
I
a superstar player.
I don't disagree with that. Donovan Mitchell, I do not think he is a superstar
No,
either.
not yet. Not just the
Kyrie,
hardware. There's more to it too. Like I just
yeah.
think that he don't he can win you games, but
Mhm.
he can't win you. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to put it. It's interesting. It's
I
just
mean,
the way. Yeah,
he's been in the playoffs every year that he's been in the league,
every
but
year
obviously can't get over the hump. I
he
think
clearly needs somebody else.
yeah, he's a really good player. Like I don't want
Definitely
to
great player,
misconstrue or anything like
having a
that.
great season. He's
I
second
just
in the
don't
league
think
in
he's a
scoring right now.
superstar.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
to Giannis, who is a superstar.
Yes. Tyrese Halliburton. We know he's hurt, but last year we saw what he did, regular season playoffs. Superstar or not.
I'm leaning yes now because I'm starting to see him on commercials. I'm starting to. He's NBA's running him on a lot of ads. I'm thinking yes now. He's getting there.
I don't think he
I think he's
yes.
on the
I
way.
I
On the
think
way.
he could be on the way as
Yeah.
well. I don't think he's there yet.
Good. Yeah.
Obviously, injury aside, he had a great year, a great playoff run. We'll see what happens when he comes
Yeah.
back. I think he's on the cusp. He's just not quite there.
A couple straight great playoff runs.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wemby in 2025. Superstar, no.
It's like so no on the court, but like everybody is enamored by him right now. So I kind of gotta lean the international field. Like I gotta say like yes, even though he doesn't have the things that I like the criteria, I think yes
Okay.
because he's known everywhere. You know, yeah, he's such a
Yeah,
big star,
I'm gonna lean no.
right?
And that's again, that's not to say that he's not
Yeah,
great
I
or that
feel
he
weird
won't
saying
be great.
yes.
Yeah. I think it's no right this minute,
Yeah,
but honestly, that could change by the end of the season, quite frankly. Um, so yeah, I'm like right on the edge with Wemby as well.
yeah,
I think he will be, just maybe not right this second. I'm gonna give you one more.
okay.
Cade Cunningham, superstar or no?
He's another one. He's close, but no. He's
Okay.
very close. He's on the
And
best team in the NBA right now. Or one of the he had a team that has like one of the best records next to
yep,
OKC. They're on a
yep,
10-game winning streak. Playing for such a historic franchise, I think, is benefiting him too.
that's fair.
And and he also just got he
I was
signed a Nike deal, the signature
I was
shoe.
gonna say
So
to your point,
I'm
signature
thinking
shoe.
now. I think yeah, yeah, yes. He's a
I,
superstar.
I'm
But
still gonna say no, but I think he's right on the cusp.
yeah, I
Like,
think he has the build. I think he has the look. I think he has the name
yep,
and in the game on the court to do it. And his style of play really fits Detroit as a city and everything. So I think that it came on fast, but I do think that he's right there. Superstars like in his reach.
okay, I like it. I like it. I think the only ones we really disagreed on were Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, and I mean we had a couple people that just kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
were on the fence. They're like
yeah,
right
yeah.
there, but
They're right there.
yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it. Um, and then just one more quick question for you. Um, we both played basketball at one point or another. We both had to retire, unfortunately.
Yes.
Um, but when you were on the court, would you rather, you're playing defense,
Hmm.
would you rather get crossed up and touch earth and have the player finish it off, whether it's a layup, a dunk, a three, whatever? Or would you prefer to go up and contest a layup? No, contest a dunk and get dunked on.
I'd
Would you
rather get
rather
dunked
get
on.
dunked on?
I'd rather get dunked on.
Really?
Yeah. I'd rather get dunked on. Yo, getting crossed over and like then they finish it. Like if somebody crosses you, you know me, I was like a defensive minded player too. So like
Yeah.
being out there on the perimeter like that and like somebody like dicing you up and then they put it into like they go and lay it on you or they step back and they hit it through like that to me is so embarrassing. Going up for a dunk, like, bro, respect, man. I went up there to go get that thing
Yeah.
and respect to you. You put it down on me. Okay, fine. I can live with that, but I can't live with touching earth, yo. Like your shorts is sliding you across the floor, or your sneakers is like, they don't even squeak because you slide so far. Like nobody wants that. Like everybody, like, yo, you gotta wipe this up. It's wet over there. You don't want that. You don't want that. Everybody in the gym going, oh no,
Yeah. I
no,
mean, the gym's gonna go crazy regardless.
yeah.
Um, but I'm with you.
I feel
I
like
do.
if you even just go up to contest in a dunk and he missed, everybody can be like, oh, but he missed,
True.
and I can respect. But if he cross you and then he's like, and then drains
Yeah.
it, you're like, oh my god, like yo, your head dropping for the rest of the game, bro.
Yo,
You just
so
got,
I agree. I agree. I'd rather get dunked on because at
yeah,
least that's like effort. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I'm going up, I'm contesting, but and that's not to say you're not giving effort when you get crossed up, but there's somebody that the two of us know. I'm not going to mention any names. I was not there, but all I've ever heard is that this man got crossed up so bad. He he got crossed up so bad. He ended up on his head, like on his do-rag, sliding on the ground. They said it was like you got served, like the dance move when he was on his head. And for he's got to live with that forever.
Hey, yo, there was
So
mad people there for that. You know what I mean? You can't live that down, bro. We
you
still remember that
can,
like it
you
was
can.
yesterday. Like,
So I'm gonna say dunk too
yeah.
because if I'm spinning on my head after I get crossed up, you absolutely have to hang him up after that. There's no coming back from it
Real
ever.
talk. Dave McClure dunked on me freshman year, and you ask anybody on the freshman basketball team, like they'll remember it, but only if I bring it up. Like it's not like fodder for dinner
Yeah.
where they're gonna be like, "Yo, freshman year, Dave
Yep.
McClure dunked on Price." Like, nah, I went. It was a fast break. I was running back. He went up. I went up, and it's freshman year. You don't think nobody gonna go up there
Yo,
and
that's a
yam it?
fact.
I mean, this dude went to Duke, so
Yep.
so
Yep.
I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, I was like, oh shit. Yo, it was crazy because I had my hands up, but when he was up there, like he kept going up, and
I
I
was
pulled
gonna
my
say
hands back, like I was
I was
like,
gonna
nope,
say your hand was probably up and his just kept
yeah.
going
I
up.
was like, oh, never mind, go ahead, get that big dog. That's it. We were like the same. He was like a couple inches taller than me at that point.
Yeah.
He's like 6'3", maybe. Like
Yo, he was
he got
tough.
up there, yo. He was
Yeah.
crazy athletic,
He was
crazy
tough.
athletic.
That's actually wild. We had Buddy who went to Duke just coming through
Yo, forget
Danbury.
that. Him and Craig Austria was on the same team in high school. And then they had another kid who went to UVM, Vermont. Mike Tromboli, I think was his name or something like that. Yo, this dude, he was just hitting every shot. That was back
I
in the old
remember
Trinity
Craig. Yeah.
Catholic.
Yep.
Trinity Catholic no longer exists, but if you were from Connecticut or Connecticut area, you know about Trinity Catholic in the 90s and that team. The whole gym was just, the walls were banners. The whole thing,
It's a
everything.
fact.
It was banners in there everywhere. That place was an intimidating gym to walk into because it was like
Man.
small. It was the size of the room I'm sitting in, but it was
Yeah.
all banners, like how it is on my wall back here.
Yeah.
Just banners. Like, yo, it's like crazy. This dude don't never lose.
Damn, that's crazy. I forgot
Crazy.
about Dave.
Yeah, he went up
Yeah,
there and
man.
threw it down on me.
Yeah. Wear it like a badge of honor, my friend.
That's it.
So we got another change in the All-Star game format.
Ugh.
And
Ugh. Love
honestly,
it.
at this point, it feels like the NBA is grasping at straws. How can we make fans care? How can we make the players care? And ultimately, I think that's the biggest thing. If the players cared, the product would be better, fans would care more.
Yeah.
But alas, here we are. Um, so I know you've seen it, you've heard it, you kind of know what's going on. But for those who don't know, it's going to be a round robin tournament. There's two USA teams and one international team.
Mm-hmm.
Each team's going to have 8 players, and they're each going to play 12-minute games. Some of the critiques from last year, they were saying that there were too many stoppages.
Yeah.
There were some gimmicks during the game. At some point, like, are we going to get to a point where there is no more All Star game?
I think I don't think they're gonna get rid of the game, but because Adam Silver is clearly trying to just cater to the international audience at this point. Like forcing in I mean, I'm not saying forcing in international players, but like making this thing like the world versus the U.S. type of
U.S.
thing,
Yeah.
and he's been doing that, and they've really been running this out since the rookie challenges and stuff like that. That's when they really kind of
Yes.
started it. When the rookie game, they were starting to do all the because every year the top 12 out of the 14 lottery picks were
Are all
international
international.
players. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they kind of rolled that out and started playing that. So now those players are grown now, and here they are all stars. So I mean, I don't think the game they're ever going to get rid of it. It's sad that it's turned into just something to watch in February because real games aren't on. It's
Yeah.
not even nobody expects a good game. Nobody expects a competitive game. It's the standard is really lowered down so low. And it doesn't seem that the players have, any pride in that. They don't care that we think it sucks. They're like mostly all about, I don't want to get hurt
Yeah.
and blah 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 blah. I understand that. I do understand it, but only one team can win a championship. You can't be like, oh, the fans have voted me to an All Star game, so I'm showing up. Like, you don't have to take that offer. Like, to me, it's like they're cheating the system for the accolade. They're
Yeah.
taking that All Star appearance, but they're not playing like All Stars when they get there. If
Yes.
you said to somebody like Norman Powell last year. I think he goes out there and actually plays when he gets
Yep.
snubbed like that. He gets snubbed for them to bring somebody else on who doesn't even really play. You could tell there's some guys who are out there taking it serious. And then there's other
Yeah.
guys who are out there just jogging. They're throwing crazy passes. They're not, so they have to find ways to make it competitive. And it's outside of paying them more money.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. And I think this is like one way that Adam Silver's trying the first way to make it like a us versus the world type of situation. Like, maybe the fear of losing for your country in front of the whole, world will boost these guys' competitive spirit. I don't,
Maybe.
maybe we'll see. I doubt it.
Yeah, and that's interesting because I know, again, I feel like the All Star game has been a conversation the last 3, 4, 5 years.
We talk
Just,
about it every season.
yeah, they're trying to figure out what to do. And I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, but at that time you said that they need to pay more.
I
And
did.
now
They are
you kind
paying.
of they are paying.
You get
And
money if you win this.
it sounds like you're not completely abandoning that, but
Yeah,
your tune has changed a little bit. Because,
I
like,
think so.
yes, of course, everybody would like an extra $1 million
Yeah,
to play in a game,
yeah,
but there does have to be some semblance of pride, right? Um, and like you said, it sucks that it's gotten to a point now where, and I don't even know if this is considered a gimmick,
yeah,
what the NBA proposed, but it just feels gimmicky as opposed to just picking Eastern Conference, Western Conference, or the draft. Like, I actually really
I like
like
the
the
draft.
draft
Yeah,
because you get players who wouldn't necessarily ever play with each other playing with each other. Like,
yeah,
I thought that was really dope. But again, to your point, if the players don't care, or if, only a quarter of them care, it makes for a bad product. It makes
yeah.
for bad TV. So I I don't think the All Star game is going anywhere anytime soon.
No,
But I absolutely can see them removing it at some point and making Saturday night the show. Like,
that's what
move
it should
that
be.
to Sunday night,
Yeah,
the All Star game, dunk
yeah,
contest, skills competition. Maybe they add one or two other things. And then on Saturday, Friday, you still keep your rising stars and all
yeah.
that. Saturday, have that be like the big, like, party day, or what.
Bring in the women from the W. That's why I like that they did that. Bring in your stars from the W. Bring
Yeah.
in Caitlin Clark. Have her do a 3-point shootout with Steph. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Have her have Sabrina Ionescu come back through. Have these skills competitions with Andrew Reese and all these, like, especially with the people that we know are on the way. Another crop of big stars are
true.
from women from college basketball are going to be coming. Juju's coming. Chloe Kitts is coming. Olivia Miles is coming.
Yep.
Uh, Hannah Hidalgo's coming. Like
Yep.
all these people, AZ Fudd is coming. A lot of very well known female players are coming, and I think there's an opportunity to kind of, especially since a lot of these WNBA teams are in NBA team cities too. You could take somebody from the
We're
Liberty and
not
an All
we're
Star
not
from the
going to talk
Knicks, and
about that, man. We're
yeah,
not going to talk about
I
that because
know, I know.
they trying to take our squad. But
Uh,
yeah, no,
y'all ain't even right.
I I agree. I mean, there. Listen, the game itself, until players care, the game is going to be the game, for better or for worse. Like that's just kind of what it is. The skills competition, the dunk contest. I mean, even the dunk contest has been like watchable over the last
Yeah,
few years, whereas the actual game, it's like background noise. You put it
yeah,
on and you look up when you hear, a crowd pop or the announcers going crazy, but nobody I don't think anybody's sitting and watching the All-Star game like locked in. Like,
yeah.
oh, this is riveting, engaging
Nobody's
basketball.
doing it.
It's just like, it just kind of is what it is. So I don't know. I like that Adam Silver in the league are trying things out, but ultimately it's on the players. If the players don't care, nobody else is gonna care.
That's true. That's true. I don't know, and I don't know that they're, what else they can do. I really don't. But that's why they
Yeah,
get paid the big bucks.
I guess so. Um, let's jump over to the Detroit Pistons. You mentioned them earlier. We
Yes,
talked about Cade Cunningham. They are on a 10-game heater right now.
heater.
And like you mentioned, they are one of the best teams in the NBA currently. We saw last year. They took tremendous strides into just becoming a better, more well-rounded, competitive team,
Hmm.
and it's translated directly into the 25-26 season. We talked about Cade Cunningham, phenomenal. What else are you seeing from that squad that has propelled them to this 10-game win streak? And is it sustainable? Are we going to see them continue this trend through the season?
I think so. I think that they're riding off a little bit of the momentum that they had last season, heading into the postseason, and how well they played there against the Knicks. I think that it has given them some juice. I think that JB Bickerstaff has done a great job developing those young players and getting them to play the way he wants them to play, while also he's kind of letting Cade just run the show. He's letting him be free and make decisions and make the reads and just be a wide open and versatile player that he is. So and he is off to a great start
Yes.
so far this season. I think also the Duncan Robinson swap basically for Simone
Been
Fontecchio
big.
has been
Yeah.
big, man. He's knocking down shots. I think that Jalen Duren he's a big part of this. He has become a serious rim protector, super athletic. He's improved his game on offense as well. And he's like a rebound machine, man. He's really off to a great start as well. I mean, he's averaging 20 and 12 right now.
Yeah.
So that's a
That's
big jump up
impressive.
from last
Yes.
season. Big jump up from last season. So I think that they got a nice little 2-man punch with them as well as the other Thompson twin Asar, and yeah, man, they're getting great contributions from their starters mainly, who are young and are able to play some pretty good minutes, and they got other guys coming off the bench too. Isaiah Stewart finally healthy again. They got Ron Holland out there. He's been coming off the bench. He's been playing well as
Yep.
too. So they're getting they're getting a lot of contributions from a lot of people on that team, and they've won some games close. They've won some games big, but they've won, and I think that's
That's it.
that's it. So I think that they can definitely hang on to this here, and other teams should definitely look out for them. Man, they seem to be playing with a different level of confidence this year.
So can they be contenders? as we're looking at the team now? I mean, it's only November, a lot can happen. We still got the trade deadline and all that. Um, can this team be a legitimate contender in the East?
I think so, man. I think so. I think that their depth is a little short. But I think that they're young, but they also did get some experience last year on
Yep.
how the postseason is, the different level of physicality, the different speed level, the intensity. So I think that they'll know more what to expect when they come in, whoever they face this season. But yeah, I think that they're a real contender. Like I said, I mean, I think K's right there on that fringe superstar. And this playoffs will be an opportunity to really kind of break all the way through that ceiling, and everybody around the league starts considering him a superstar.
Where would you rank them in the East currently?
I mean, they're ranking where they're at. They're seeded first. They're beating everybody.
Okay.
They're first seed in the East. They're playing like the best team in the East, and their record is the best in the East. So right
Okay.
now, we're just about 20 games in, 14 games. Yeah, they're 14 games in. So yeah, I would say we're nearing a quarter of the way through the season, and yeah, they've been the best team in the East. And I
Okay.
think that they can. I think that they can sustain it, pending health, like for everybody else.
Of
But
course.
pending
Yeah.
health, I think that they can. I mean, they present problems for you on offense and defense.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm interested to see how that team continues to
Yeah,
develop. Um, Again, like you mentioned, they got a lot of experience
yeah,
last year. They played well, got into the playoffs. I mentioned it earlier in the show. I've mentioned it for years. I'm truly an advocate of experience,
yeah,
especially in the playoffs. Yes, you want to win, but winning at the end of the day, especially when you have a young team, isn't the end all be all. If you can go in there and get valuable minutes, valuable experience, again, you roll it into the next season, we're seeing them reap the benefits of that experience and
yeah,
just, cohesion over the
yeah.
last year and some change.
And they're missing a lot of experience too. Tobias Harris out right now. Karis LeVert out right
Yep.
now. Jaden Ivey still has not played a game yet this season. He's getting back from injury, so that's a key the key piece for him. He's
That's
one
a
of their
really good
top
point.
draft
Yeah.
picks. You know what I mean? So if he was playing well before he got injured. So I think that yeah, when they get fully healthy, if they can get fully healthy, I think that they really could be a dangerous team.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Um, and then I want to get into one more thing. I know this, I don't want to say it's old news because it's still kind of lingering. We're seeing the after effects of it, but I do want to get your input on it. I spoke on it a little bit last week, but Nico Harrison, we saw that he was fired from the Dallas Mavericks. Um, to me personally, it feels like he was just used as a scapegoat. This isn't an original thought. I do feel like he's a scapegoat because nobody's going to give him full control to say, yes, we're going to get rid of our best player.
Yeah,
Like, there's checks and balances. Somebody had to have okayed it. There had to be a few people that were like,
yeah,
you know what? Nico, I trust your vision. That's fine. Let's go with it. But it wasn't just Nico like, you know what? F Luca, let's
yeah,
get him out of here. Like
exactly.
to me, that doesn't make sense. So my first question to you is what was your initial reaction when Nico got fired? And then secondly, do you think he was rightly relieved of his duties or do you think there was something else going on?
I was shocked at the timing, but I wasn't shocked at the move itself. I think that they're off to a horrible start,
Yep.
and the fans were letting them hear it. And somebody's got to pay, and the owner's not going to be like, "All right, we're going to sell the team."
Yeah.
So they got. I mean, they were making it seem like this was Nico's idea. Like you said, like he's a scapegoat. Like this was Nico's idea. We don't know what we're really doing. We just kind of just let him do whatever he wants, and that can't be the case. Even if it was his idea, he had to take that down the hall or upstairs or wherever they office at
Yeah. Had
and
to.
say, "Hey, I got an idea. It's gonna sound crazy, but it's so crazy that it just might work to the tune that we get the number one draft pick and a generational talent. I don't know, but it worked out. I feel like, and they hit the panic button a little early. I think it's unfair in that regard, but it doesn't make the trade good. It doesn't make him any less idiotic for even doing it. If it was the ownership's idea, then his job at that moment is to fight back as hard as he can, because I feel like he's got to know that the fans love this guy. And if you
Yes.
don't, if the ownership didn't know that the fans love him and the management didn't know that the fans love him and they're going to lose their mind when you trade him, then what are y'all doing over there? Why are you in the business of the NBA if you don't know that trading Luka Doncic is going to be a catastrophic move for the popularity of you to your fans and your
Yep.
general manager to his fans? And then for the ownership to never really come out and say, like, they never like supported him in that decision. They really left him out there, hanging and and hung him out there to dry. So I think that it is real messed up. Even Mark Cuban, who's in a lesser role in ownership now, was like, I was never on board with this,
Yeah.
and I think he was the only one who really spoke out. So I think that it's wrong the way that their ownership handled it. I think that that's a terrible job to take right now, given the how the owners have shown to do their business. You start off to 3-8, and then you fire me in a year that we're missing one of our best players up to injury, and another one
Yep.
got injured, and we're basically running through a rookie right now who's in his freaking 10th game. Like, it just is. It's wrong. It's tone dead. It's a lack of understanding of how NBA basketball and developing teams work. So, in that regard, I think that Nico was done wrong. But again, it does not justify or make that trade any better, especially the haul that he got back. They were blessed to get the first pick, because he should have
True.
gotten every pick that the Lakers had, as many picks as he could have got from them or anyone. He could have got,
I agree.
and
I
to just
agree.
not open it up to the league and to just do like this, one phone call deal, like, hey, you want Luka? Like, it just was so. It just seemed like it was mismanaged from the very start, and that I think that while they're getting off to the start, Luka's averaging 35 for the Lakers of all the teams,
Yep.
and that was just enough. Like, they were gonna boo him every night, and I get ownership being like, "Well, we can't go on like this." I think we know that. That was like the second time or third night that they had booed him and said fire Nico, so they had to just fold under the pressure, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mentioned that with regards to Luca. Every time that man has a 40-point game, every time he has a triple double,
Every time.
anytime, if he wins an MVP or a championship, whether it's with the Lakers or anybody else, Nico Harrison's going to be tied to it,
Every
and people
time.
aren't going to be happy. So I'm with you. He had to, unless Cooper Flag came out and just set the league on fire, and they started out 7-3. Cooper Flag's averaging 29 and 3.
Yeah.
You know, then people are like, okay, like I still don't like the Luca move, but
Yeah.
I
We
see
got
what we're
something.
doing. I
We
see the
got something.
vision.
Yeah.
Cooper Flag hasn't been great. Anthony Davis, the guy you basically swapped for Luca, hasn't played.
Hasn't
People
played.
are people are complaining about his weight. I saw a stat the other day, and I wish I saved it.
Hmm.
Um, Cooper Flag, Cooper Flag has played more minutes for the Dallas Mavericks than Anthony Davis has.
No, stop. Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy. Already?
already, so again,
I'm
it's
sorry.
all it's just all these things that it Nico had to be fired. I
Yeah.
do think he's the scapegoat, but he had to be fired because it's going to be his life was going to be miserable
Yeah. You could
just
tell.
walking through Dallas.
He wasn't even sitting in the seats anymore. He was like standing in the tunnel trying to hide. Like, he knew he
Yeah,
had to show up to work, but he like really didn't want to be there.
yeah,
And it was like one of those things that I think he'll land somewhere and have a more quiet job. I
Yes.
think that
Yeah.
that's where I think that's probably what's best for him. I wouldn't even go for general manager again. Go scout, go player develop, go do the finance stuff, whatever it is that you're good at. Whatever your favorite part about being the team manager was, then go do that. Just that
Yeah.
individual role that you were delegating to people. Go do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and just leave the general manager alone. Because I mean, he didn't do a bad job. I'm looking at this roster, man. They brought
He
in PJ
didn't. He really
Washington.
didn't. Yeah.
They got Max Christie. He was a good young player in that trade as well. Even if AD was a dud, you get a good young player who was playing well for the Lakers last year. They draft Flag. They got D'Angelo Russell in free agency. They got Klay Thompson in free agency. Najee Marshall is an interesting player. Derek Lively, even though he hasn't been able to stay on the, he's on the floor game to game. He's a nice young player. Daniel Gafford, they got him from Washington. That's a nice young player still too. I mean, Caleb Martin got him in trade. I mean, he brought in good pieces. This team should work. I also think there is definitely not enough credit or blame going to Jason Kidd, who is supposed to be the one steering this thing
I
in the
guess.
direction of a championship team.
Yeah.
I understand that you're dealing with a roster
They
that's
were
banged
right
up and
there,
everything
though.
like that.
They were
Yeah,
right there,
exactly.
and then you give away your best player.
I get
Like,
it.
what's he supposed to do?
I get it. I'm just saying, like, now I give you this, and this ain't bad. This ain't, I gave you away your best player, but this ain't bad what we're left with. And yeah. And then he had the opportunity to leave. If he hated that decision, he could have left. So,
That's a very
you
valid
know what I mean?
point.
The Knicks were basically like, they were tampering again. They were ready to like tamper and get him out of there too and take whatever
Yeah.
fine. They were ready to give him whatever. So, I mean, look, there's, there's a lot wrong in Dallas right now. A
In
lot
Dallas,
wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, a
I
lot
agree.
wrong down there. So they gotta figure this out. I think if they could just get AD healthy and in shape, which is crazy see, you're not eating that avocado toast no more. You're down there eating steaks and
I'm telling you,
freaking fried food.
I tweeted it the other day.
The
It's the
South.
Braun effect, man. No, it's the
Get
Braun effect.
NBA, get the NBA out of the South, bro. It's killing Zion, AD. What happened to like watch KD gonna be up? He ain't gonna be the Slim Reaper
N-
no more. He about to go up and win.
Nah, nah,
He down
he's
there
gonna
in
be a
Houston.
Slim Reaper forever.
He down there in Houston. Who knows what gonna happen to him?
Um, yeah, man, I'm telling you, Braun AD linked up with. I mean, not that AD was ever big, but
Yeah,
linked up with Braun, and now he was in LA training 5 o'clock in the morning.
yeah.
Luca came in. People were, oh, he's overweight. He's bro locked in, and he looks
Locked.
phenomenal, playing
Yeah,
phenomenal. Like
yeah.
it's the Braun
Play.
effect, bro.
Look at lighter. He's just hitting 90-foot
Yes.
underhand shots in practice and stuff. He was like, oh, I'm back. I'm telling you, they look a lot better than I thought they would too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, Real quick, let's finish up with Dallas. With
Yes.
Nico out, there have been some trade rumors, many of them including Klay Thompson and or Anthony Davis. Just tell me who says no. I got a few rumors. Let's see. Chicago.
Okay.
So Chicago would get Anthony Davis,
Okay.
Klay Thompson, Jaden Hardy, and Dante Exum, and a second rounder for Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic,
Vucevic.
um, Kevin Herter, and Patrick Williams. Jesus, I can't speak. And a first. Let me repeat that. Kobe White, Nikola, Kevin Herter, Patrick Williams, and a first rounder for AD, Clay, Jaden Hardy, Dante Exum, and a second rounder. Who says no?
I think Chicago says no. I think Chicago says no to that. Yeah. Because like, all right, I'm good. What AD am I getting? He would be going back home
He'd
in
be
that
going home.
situation.
Yeah.
He would be going home in that situation. So, like, I'm looking at it here. Kobe White he's off to a great start this year. But I think Chicago. If I got to give him a first, I don't know. Do I got to give a first for AD if I'm giving all them players? I don't know. I think Chicago says no to that. I think that
Okay.
they're trending up right now,
They're
and
playing very well. Yeah.
they're trending up right now, and I don't think that they're trying to upset the apple cart.
Okay. Another trade rumor I saw, Memphis. So Memphis would get AD and Caleb Martin.
Hmm.
The Mavericks would get Ja Morant, KCP, and a couple first rounders. Who says no?
So the Memphis is giving Ja Morant and first rounders for AD.
Yes. Yes.
Memphis absolutely says no to that. They're not giving away Ja unless they're getting picks back. I don't care what player it is. It's got to
Okay.
be like one of those players that we were mentioned before. They see Ja as something that we don't see Ja as. You know, like they've invested in him. He is
Yeah.
their star. He's their superstar player. Their superstar player. Doesn't mean he's a superstar around the league. So I think that
That's fair.
I think that will inflate the price a little bit for them, and they're not gonna. If they give picks, it's gonna be like a swap. I don't think they're gonna give picks just to give Ja away.
Okay.
But I don't
Okay.
hate the trade. If it was just straight up those players for those players.
Okay.
Because I
What
think
if
that's where AD was well over as far as value. He was far exceeding Ja. I think now they're kind of leveling out because Ja's not playing up to where
I
he
would definitely
was,
agree with
and
that.
AD
Yeah.
is kind of coming down to the world. He's still AD. Like he can still block shots, he can still play, and finish and do everything that AD does. But it's always the injuries now, and now you have so much data, years of this to of proof. So I
Yep.
think that changes the price too. So I think straight up those players for those players, I don't hate it.
But the first rounders, you
The
think
first
that
rounders, yo, yeah, nah. It's like the teams, you know how they are with those picks.
okay. And then one more for you. Miami. 80 and Caleb Martin for Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, and Mr. Ware, and a
Mm,
first. Um, what are we thinking? Who says no?
mm. I think see because this is an interesting one because Miami has shown they've shown that they're not afraid to give them picks like
Yep,
to bring in talented players. And Caleb Martin was there already, right? He was there on their finals team,
he was.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I think bringing that with AD, matching that with, I think Pat Riley could get caught up in that. They like Khalil Ware though. He's a good looking young player, but I think this is a team that's always trying to go after it, and maybe they get a little unsettled and they don't want to wait, and they say, you know what, Norman Powell's playing better than we thought he would. We got some other we got some other guys stepping up. They always seem to find guys. They had a great farm system. So
Yep.
yeah, I think that this one will go. I don't think anybody says no to this. I think that this could actually
Okay.
happen. They might have to work this some other things, maybe throw in some expiring contracts or something to even it out. But I think that this could go
Okay. I like it. I
because
like it.
Caleb Martin played his best basketball there. So I think
He
that
was phenomenal
he
in
would be
Miami.
he would be in any deal that they would do with Dallas. They would try to get him back there. And I think that the Mavericks, I think that would be a good place for everybody. Wig, he go there, finish out your contract, maybe your career, and that's it. And then you get Hero. He gets a place to, be that guy for real. And Khalil Ware is a good, interesting young prospect who's, got a lot of height, a lot of talent, a lot of length, a lot of athleticism. So, yeah, I
Okay.
think it could go.
We'll see what happens in Dallas. Just drama, whether it's the Dallas Cowboys or the Dallas Mavericks, there's always drama. So,
Always.
um, let's get out of here. Do you have any words for the Knicks and or Knicks fans before we wrap things up?
For the Knicks, man, it's all about my biggest worry right now is the things that are going on right now for them. I don't know if they are fixable with this roster. I think that they're having difficulty keeping guys in front of them one on one, which is forcing
Okay.
extra help, which is forcing guys to leave and rotate. And then they're getting, weak side threes and wide open. They're giving up wide open shots because of overhelping because they can't guard anyone. And that's an issue, especially with OG Anunoby being out. So while I think they're good enough to survive whatever is coming with OG, however, whatever length of time that he's going to be out, I think that there are some real issues, and there's definitely going to be some move, a move made at or before the trade deadline to kind of tighten things up a little bit here. They need one more
Okay.
thing. I know I keep saying that they're there, but then it's got on the court, and I'm like, I can tell already that we need one more thing.
Okay.
And not a
Okay.
superstar, nothing like that, but they need one more thing. As far as just to really round this thing out and make sure that we're tight everywhere.
Okay. You don't sound like you're not pressing the
No,
red button. It's
no,
not
no,
an
no,
emergency right now,
no.
but
There
kind
are
of get through
issues.
these injuries.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
like every other team, you're
yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
things that you need to address. But okay, you're not panicking right now, though.
Yeah, they took Miami. Miami's missing big people too, but they took Miami all the way into the end of a very, very wild ending of a game where Brunson didn't play and Anunoby didn't play. So I think that they're going to be okay. I just think that
Okay.
we want to win a championship. So that is where my focus is, and I think that to do that, there still needs some pieces, especially seeing, I talked about Detroit, seeing how they pushed us last year to 6 games. So they look better than they were last year. I want to and I don't know that we do look better than we did last year right now. And I want to
Okay.
figure out how we get there.
That's fair. That's fair. Let's
Wait,
get
hold on.
out of
Let me get
here.
one more shout out real quick. One more shout
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got a
Yes.
shout because this is historic from our alma mater, our high school, Danbury High School. Shout out to Coach Thierry. Shout out to all the players on the Danbury High School football team for breaking a state playoff drought of
Yes.
22 years since my senior year in high school at
It's
DHS.
crazy.
They finally have broke the drought. They are back in the state playoffs. Go Hat. Hatter pride never dies. Go out there and get them, boys. I will be out there rooting for you. Congratulations. Let's go make some noise in the playoffs. Woo!
And with that said, we're out of here.
Yes.
I'm your guy, Johnell. I'm with my guy, Matt Price, Cash Walkin, and this is Heat Chat powered by Designated Report. We will be back with y'all next week.